Sometimes animals are appointed or elected to positions usually held by humans. Maybe it's a cat involved in politics, or a bear joining the military. The message of this video is that anything we can do, animals can do better, and robots can do even better. Stubbs the cat was born in 1997. Just months later, he became mayor of a small Alaskan town. I'm not joking, they literally had a kitten for mayor. It was said human candidates of the time were so bad, even a kitten could do better. Stubbs is no longer a kitten, but he still serves as mayor. In 2013, the mayor was attacked by a dog and rushed to the vet. But this man is dead. This cat is dedicated to making a difference. In 2014, he announced his candidacy for a seat in the Senate. Stubbs failed to win that election, but he remains the greatest mayor in cat history. He's a cat. This penguin is a knight in the Norwegian military. You can see him here inspecting the troops. Last year he was promoted from colonel to brigadier, an absurdly high rank for a penguin. He's come a long way from being a corporal in 1982. He lives in Edinburgh Zoo for some reason, but every few years he is met by Norwegian soldiers and given a promotion. I'm not sure how this became a thing, but I don't want it to stop. I want this to keep going until he's literally the king of Norway. In 2004, a house cat called Colby Nolan was granted a degree. It was part of an investigation into the Trinity Southern University of Texas, where investigators paid $300 on behalf of the cat, and so the house cat received an MBA. This exposed the university as a degree mill where people would just pay for diplomas. A massive lawsuit was filed and the university shut down. I think if a cat can't even get a degree without its school being shut down, we really do live in a brutal world. But at least cats can do other things. In 2009, one cat became a registered hypnotherapist.
Now that's what I call a therapy pet XDDDD marked.
Bosco the dog was mayor of California's Sunol. In a huge upset, he won the 1981 mayoral election, defeating two human candidates, who I imagine re-evaluated their lives. It was a monumentous achievement for someone mixed race. Bosco was only half Labrador, but he was a champion of freedom and democracy, and so he served as mayor until his death in 1994. In 1990, Chinese media reported on his political career, using it to argue against democracy. But I think dog and cat mayors are the best thing about democracy. And if they're looking for an example of democracy failing, Jesse Ventura was elected governor of Minnesota. That really happened. This cat was famously employed by a Japanese railway company. She was a stray cat adopted by railway officials. In 2007, they were forced to fire some workers due to financial issues. It was at this time they had a genius idea. If their employees were cats, they would lose less revenue paying wages. So Tama the cat was made an official station master. Upon her appointment, the number of passengers immediately rose by 17%, which is why I called the idea genius. It was just brilliant marketing. Tama's economic impact was studied. It turns out her existence contributed over $1 billion to the economy. Caligula was emperor of Rome for almost 4 years. During that time, he won a reputation as a maniac. A cruel sadist, he once ordered the first 5 rows of Colosseum spectators to be thrown to the lions, and so several hundred people were eaten. He was eventually assassinated by his own guards, but before he died, he attempted to make his favorite horse consul, which was the highest political position below emperor. He never managed to make the horse consul, but he did get close. Apparently, the horse invited senators to dine with him, where they would discuss politics. I don't know what that means, but apparently it happened. Cacareco was a rhinoceros who lived in a Brazilian zoo, and so naturally she was a politician. Sort of. In 1958 she was a candidate for the Sao Paulo City Council elections. It was controversial as she was eventually rejected by authorities, but she won the election. She won. 100,000 people voted for her, much more than any other candidate. 5 years later, a political party was founded in Canada. Inspired by her story, it was literally called the Rhinoceros Party of Canada. This bear was a corporal in the Polish military. He was born in Iran during the Second World War. Around this time, a group of evacuated Polish soldiers happened to be in Iran, and they bought the young cub. As he grew bigger, they enlisted him, and so as a private, he accompanied the soldiers to fight in Italy. He mostly helped move heavy things, but he was paid just like any other soldier. The 22nd Artillery Supply Company, with which he served, took on the emblem of a bear carrying ammunition. After the war, he retired to Edinburgh Zoo. In 2012, Hank the Cat ran for election as Senator of Virginia. He launched campaign ads pledging support for animal rights. He came in third place, but I think he could have won if he was more dedicated. He slept all through election day, which made some believe he wasn't the hard-working cat he claimed to be. The best part of his campaign were his attempts to raise funds. Animal rights groups donated $16,000 to his campaign. So that's the end of this video. If you want to support this channel, you can do so simply by leaving a like. And if you want more content from me, I have a second channel where I do different videos about different things.